Hey, what's up, NBA fan? What's up, all sports fans? This is JB, right here, host of the Behind the Bench Podcast Network and channel. Just want to give a shout out to the rest of the crew. I'm talking about Shy, Kelvin, and Jermaine. And for everyone who's tuning in, I hope that you support Behind the Bench, become a subscriber, and help make the show the best that it can be. Now, check this out. You know, I think about this a lot. We're talking about the NBA, and I'm thinking about this current era of basketball and how perception has changed and how the response to each season's outcome has been distorted or manipulated, I should say. Especially when certain teams don't win and certain players don't win, and the reasons why. So what I'm getting at is, you know, this era of super teams, right? You know, it's been a lot of talk of when it started or whatnot, who originated or whatnot, but it can be all traced back to 2010. It can all be traced back to the year 2010. And I believe it's been chaotic ever since. And as I said in previous videos, I believe the super team is a devaluation process. And standard or conventional team building structure gets eliminated. But what's funny is, under that super team model, you wind up falling short more than you do hoisting that trophy by season's end. I'm talking about that Larry O'Brien trophy. And what's unfortunate is, when a team that's been influenced by certain superstars to undermine their own career to join forces to seek the easier path to winning, they wind up losing more in the end. And what that shows you is, when you take a shortcut, you wind up shortcutting yourself out of what it really takes to win. When you go through the steps, the necessary steps, or as Doug Collins once said, former coach of the Chicago Bulls, Washington Wizards, and he was analyst for NBC Basketball. He said this years back. He said, in order to become a champion, a true champion, you have to get your heart broke first. You have to get your heart broke at some point. Now, there's some exceptions to the rule, you know, but for the most part, you have to go through that. And even if you win early, at some point, you have to go through that process in order to win again. So what I'm saying is, in this era of super team, when a certain superstar falls short, and I'll leave his name anonymous, I think everybody kind of get the hint. Well, past champions who really built from scratch and won time and time again, then the pundits, the talking heads, will try to convince the up-and-coming generation of basketball fans that the reason why that player won in the past, oh man, it's because the competition was easy. It's because they had more help than what they really had. And everything gets turned upside down. So what I'm getting at is, and this is just a short video, and I'm going to be talking about this a lot throughout the course of this upcoming season. It's like winning is losing, and losing is now winning. Now hear me. Because when you truly win, like these two gentlemen here, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, who was drafted by a team who developed him and stayed patient over the course of 7-8 years. Well, a truly built team is now looked down upon. Because what do the pundits say? Well, you need to exercise your power as a player to force the hand to dictate. Well, as we are now seeing really over the past 4 years, you can have all the power as a player and dictate and choose what team you want to go to or request trade to certain teams. But the players who are on truly built teams who stay the course, where they're winning. And they're going to be in position to win for the foreseeable future. And they don't have to shuffle the deck every year. The irony of it all, man. Sometimes you got to laugh at it. But it's discouraging at the same time. Because a player like Michael Jordan, who was undefeated in championship play, now he is criticized for winning at the absolute level, at the highest level, who achieved absolute greatness. Now he's being torn down because he set the bar too high. Or when you get a Giannis Antetokounmpo win a championship back in 2021, or Nikola Jokic or Jamal Murray, or even a Steph Curry to a degree when he led the Golden State Warriors to the championship in 2022, where they're looked down upon. So now, if you win, it's either because your competition was lackluster, or you had more help than what you actually had. But now, if you lose, it's only because you didn't have enough help. It's not about what you didn't do or what you shown that you couldn't do or had the ability to do to lead your team to victory. It's because you didn't have enough help. And therefore, you wind up getting a pass. Because you didn't have enough help, according to the pundits. But if you truly win, or let's say if you have a winning record in championship play, it's because either you had more help than what you actually did, or your competition was lackluster. I'm telling you, man, this whole commentary is turned upside down, and I'll be glad when it's all over. And we get back to real basketball. We get back to real analysis. Where if you lose, it's because the team was truly better than you. Or if two teams are going at it, and the two superstars are battling each other, well, the victor is going to be determined by which superstar plays the best throughout the course of this series, or the championship or finals, or a playoff series, or when you get into the postseason. So I just want to throw it out there, man. It's just funny how winning is now viewed as losing, and losing is now viewed as winning. Just so long as you get to the finals, now it's a victory within itself. So I just want to throw it out there, man. Until next time, this is BTB Behind the Bench.